We head through the church's entrance and into the foyer, where Claudia and Malcolm deposit their winter clothes. Afterwards, we enter into the sanctuary proper, where the warm air and quiet space offer a refreshing change to the outside. Claudia guided us to one of the long benches near the middle of the sanctuary and gestured for me and Malcolm to sit. Man, I like that his little eyeballs move, you know? His don't. His don't. If he looks down, he looks sad. We sat in the quiet of the room and waited, each of us retreating into our own thoughts. Although Malcolm's thoughts seemed to be focused on playing with one of his Hot Wheels that he was driving over his knees. You can't just take that into a church! Everyone knows that God is into Tonka trucks. Have I prayed today? It was noticeably more quiet than when he was in the car, though. The parishioners begin to enter the sanctuary with increasing frequency. Why are you so annoyed? I notice as the room fills up that I am indeed the only human present. Some of the other older Saurians as pass by notice me. Do a bit of a double take. Those that do tend to quickly and not so subtly look away as I look towards them. That's, you know why that is? They're all like, oh, I can't believe you're hitting up with that guy. It bothers me, but not because of any sort of racial factor. It's because they're noticing me, logging me into their memory, remembering me. I start to feel a prickling sensation of paranoia and regret creeping its way through my body. Every one of them could be a potential lead to my discovery here. Bye now, sir. For someone who is like me, who has lived their lives up to this point as a ghost. That's a bad sentence. That is bad conjugation of subject and verbs. With no memory or connections whatsoever. Because it starts off for someone like me, and then it goes to this? Why not for someone like me who has lived their lives up to this point as a ghost? Wait. Someone like me who has lived their life up to this point. Because you're switching from single to plural. It was quite unnerving sitting there drawing so much attention. Oh, this little brrr. Oh, I suddenly feel something soft gently cover the top of my head. Claudia had placed a reassuring palm onto mine and gave it a reassuring pat. Oh no, it's hand. That's the head, not hand. Don't be nervous. Everyone here is friendly. They just need a bit of time to get to know you. If you ever feel like you're being crowded, just say so we can go get some fresh air, okay? It seems Claudia's picked up on my agitation. Although she's a bit off the mark when it comes to why. That being said, however, her hand does have a certain calming quality to it. I suppose I don't mind it. Listen, we're doing the way too heavy voice, and we're gonna keep doing it. I need to pull up something important because I lost it. Hold on, let me make the little grabby hands. It'll fix all problems. There we go. Grabby hand successful. Oh, that's interesting. The Duke Nukem voice for inner monologue. Yeah, because he likes to imagine he's so cool. Of course, his inner monologue's gonna try to sound like a cool detective. It's just like a Deadly Premonition. I return to scan the crowd and spot Tiffany and the parents up near the front. They're currently chatting pleasantly with Minnie and Xander. Not for long, though, as Tiffany, Minnie, and Xander. Oh no, it's TMX. That's like BMX, which is a bike. Each broke off to take different positions at the back of the church. The priest takes position behind the altar, and Tiffany to a small gathering of Saurians of varying ages. Minnie moves over to a cabinet near the back door and opens it up. Oh, Dan, they're bringing out the liquor. I just make out what happens to be a sound system and speakers inside of it. She presses a few buttons in. Ah, good old nondescript organ music. Guess no one here was musically inclined. Outside of the choir, of course. Hold up. The ceremony was certainly a novel experience to me. It begins with a hymn from a choir. Just as Malcolm promised, Tiffany stands out among the sinners. Even one as lacking in musical interest as me, can tell that she has talent. In fact, as far as music goes, I find myself to be rather fond of what I'm hearing. I chalked it up to being the only music I've actually taken the time to listen to in my entire life. What follows are various members of the congregation coming up to the front to read passages from the Torah. I don't know why they're reading that one, but I don't know much about Jesus. More hymns and prayers are said in between these readings until finally Father Xanth takes the stand and begins his sermon. It's a story about the son of some rich man that traveled the world to indulge in a life of sin, only to come up hollow. Then he returns miserable and destitute when his father welcomes him back and forgives him for leaving. I'm hoping that no matter how one far strays, there's always a way back home. I wonder what this is about. With special mention to the son that did not go gallivanting about being promised extra rewards for... I couldn't help but feel somewhat targeted. But the old priest didn't make any gestures or overt looks towards me that I could detect. After the sermon came communion, which Claudia and Malcolm took part in. I stayed seated, as it seemed like something reserved for those that actually were part of the congregation. Besides, it would probably draw a lot of unnecessary attention to me. Probably. The mass ended soon after that with a closing prayer from Father Xanther and one last hymn. With the ceremony over, the parishioners began to filter out until it was just a few lingering stragglers. Primarily, Claudia, Malcolm, and myself. Well, that was it for Mass. What'd you think of your first time, Wynn? Do you think you'll come to join us again sometime? Hold up. Hold up. Let's take a look. Okay, so... let's walk through this. I mean, Wynn doesn't belong. Like, that's not even a lie. Like, he straight up had to exclude himself from things. He wasn't even trying to mass participate. So we'll go with that. I definitely felt like I stood out from among the crowd, and not in a good way. If I'm being honest, I felt like I was being watched the entire time. Scrutinized even, like I was under a microscope. It's really difficult to put into words. I felt out of place! Not unwelcome, just like I shouldn't be here. I understand the feeling. You know, one thing that I like is that apparently in what's it called? Encore, Einon's inner voice is apparently Postal Guy, and the real voice is like, he sounds like a bit of a dork. And I really like it, but it also makes super clear how little Anon actually fucking says. God. I understand the feeling. I felt the same way when I first came here. Well, what was it like? Well, you know, I was a raider back then. I'd raped at least a few villages and pillaged a couple more. Too bad the voice wait! They got rid of the voice acting for Encore! Wasn't that the entire fucking point? What the hell? I say blast. Blast you, Encore. What's even the point? Now I have to narrate it all over again. Sometimes I still don't feel like I... Claudia takes a small breath as she seems to consider what she was about to say. But it wasn't really all that long before I could get to know the people here and really got to know how kind they could be. I hope one day you have that too. Morning, Mrs. Grant. Hey, Malcolm. Oh, good morning, Tiffany. Hi. There was some really lovely singing you did out there today. I forgot what voice we gave her. Shit, hold on. I need 5 seconds to figure out what Tiffany was up to. Sorry, it's been like a week. And I get the feeling I probably would have gone with something like this. Really hammer home the fact that Tiffany is not a kid. How's it going, Mrs. C? Mr. W? Oh man, that's so terrible. You can't even say Mr. B, you know? Gotta say W. I don't have any fuck. Hold up, I'm gonna turn off this so you don't have to listen to myself. Oh no, I went for something a bit more cha-cha, real smooth. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Grant. How's it going, bud? I'm good.
You want to go play video games when we get home?
You know, I'm down for that.
Mom, can I go play with Tiffany when we get back? Well, I was... Please! Yeah, pretty please.
When you find out that smoked sweaty packs.
Oh, fine, but at least let Tiffany's parents know first. Oh, totally. Thank you, Mrs. Grant. Oh, come on, little dude. Yeah!
Well, I guess we'll catch up after your talk with Father's answer. Oh, yeah, she actually has uppercase. I hope we keep that consistent. Because he's not going to be that kind of person. Yes!
Well, I guess we'll catch up with you after your talk with Father's answer.
Yes!
All right, then. If you need me, I'll just be waiting here.
With a parting affirming nod, walk towards the rear of the sanctuary. Minnie. Or the parting affirming nod. Who walk? I walk? I walk towards the rear of the sanctuary where Father Santa's chatting up with Minnie. God. She just looks like she's made out of licorice.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Doe.
Oh, Mr. Wynn! I was just talking to Father Santa about how you wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, I want to speak with you too, as it were.
Yeah, Minnie mentioned that.
Yes, something that may interest you, my son. It's this, a bag of gold billion. I figured since you're a greedy little bastard, you know what to do with it. If you don't mind, I prefer we spend it in my office and discuss it, though. I could certainly use a nice chair after all the standing around.
Very well, lead the way.
Which reminds me that Claudia wanted to talk to me about working a shift today. So I'll get to it. I'll speak to you later about this charity with Vince's father.
Oh, of course, thank you, Betty. Shall we?
Hold up. I need to pull up the fucking backgrounds. I need to know what the fuck's going on with these fucking... with them books! I love that when we're inside of a room, it does this thing where, like, it pinches it down. We have a book called Faith. The Book of Ornaments. We've got Chator and Chaton, Volume 1 and 2. We got Cletus. We got Prescott. Humans and Dinosaurs. Dino Time. The Green. The Big One. Rap to Jesus 2. I didn't know they made a sequel. Holy shit. We got Guns to God. Or Guns plus God. We got the Holy Firmament. And we got 1994 and 1943. 1990-43.
Oh, here we are. Please have a seat. Now let's get started about what we want to talk about. How are things with you and Claudia? Is a more domestic lifestyle been to your liking?
Claudia has been very accommodating. I'm just still adjusting to my current circumstances. She's been a very patient guide in that regard.
Oh, good, good.
But that's not why I come here to discuss.
No, I suspect not. You discovered Claudia's problem, then?
Malcolm's father left Claudia a message that I overheard. It was not plaisante. Ooh. Why do you have such a massive chair, dude? Man's sitting plush.
What do you do?
I told her about it when she came home. Oh shit, I forgot the other options. If we say not really my thing, sitting around, listening to stories, it was a novel experience. Small disappointing society escapes through her nose. Yeah. You might have got to watch some scripture, but it's so good to get you out of the house. So moving on, you may just accidentally get into a conversation and make a friend. Ah, I liked it. I lost right, I suppose. I'm not sure but to believe any of the scripture, but it's not the appeal of all this, man. Just I was looking for a full-time member. Okay. But I want to get to this point because I imagine this is like very open to what the fuck happened. Okay, if he told her about the call, then he straight up mentions that it's Malcolm's dad, but otherwise like someone who I suspect is the father. Ah, that's cute. That's a cute way to do it. Oh god, there's so much here. I told her about it when she came home. She did not take it well. She was terrified when I told her. I couldn't tell if it was more from the call being found out.
Once you told her, she asked you not to interfere?
Yeah.
Oh. It was supposed to say with me when she told me about the calls. Quite the conundrum that...
Okay, we're at the end point. I did not tell her about it. Believed it was the best she didn't know about it. I didn't delete it either when she found it. I think she knows I heard it, but she hasn't mentioned it. Nor will she. Deleted the message before she got home, and I didn't tell her about it. As far as she was aware, there's no message. We'd give more time to gather information and take any action. Be careful, hiding things will only get you so far for so long. Wouldn't it be interesting if a story like this was like you get points for certain choices, but you need to do the bad thing, right? It's like you gotta do a little white lie. It's like confronting your here and now is too early, so you have to avoid it even though it gets you points and seems good on paper at first. I feel like for someone like Wynn, like I get it, you kind of want it to be in the straight and narrow because that's like the narrative. It's just gotta become a good boy. But there's also something to be said for like, no, it's Wynn's particular brand of subterfuge that lets him pull this off to begin with, right? The reason Wynn can do this is that he knows to keep his mouth shut.
Quite a conundrum, that.
I don't see how she lets it go on. He provides her with all the evidence she'd need to bring him to court.
He would bring him to court, yes, but that wouldn't solve the problem.
What the hell do you mean?
Going to court costs money. Winning in court costs a lot of money. Money I'm sure you've noticed Claudia doesn't have.
Maybe that's one of the reasons he tapped me to help Claudia. I hope that I feel enough sympathy for her problem to bankroll the court case. Maybe if it really comes down to it, I'll help out a little. But I didn't steal all that money to spend it in some kind of legal battle. I'd almost say that it's going to turn out the dad is like Alfonsi, but that makes zero sense. You would have recognized their voice if that was the case. Although I think, wasn't implied he mentioned something was... Oh shit, I gotta look this up now. Backward direction, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm just messing things up. The hell did I just stumble across? Dude, what the hell, man? Oh, sorry, I'm looking ahead, but there's like some shit here. And I'm just impressed. Okay, forget attachment points, we get him thinking about it. Although I wouldn't mind chipping in some of the money on groceries now that I think about it. Claudia does seem to rely on bringing back food from work. Just need to think of an excuse as to where all the money is coming from.
As I'm sure you've heard, there is danger that Malcolm will be taken from her, which is no idle threat.
Who the hell is this guy?
I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid doing so would breach the confidence I have with Claudia on the matter.
Okay, listen, I'm fine with the problem. This feels like you're kind of stretching it, buddy. You don't get to pull that shit all the time, okay? You can pull that out once. If you do it a third time, I'll be mad. Okay? I'm okay with 2, but I'm gonna shake my head at 3. At that point, it's a character trait, but it's like, come on, man.
It would be best if you earned a trust enough that she tells the story herself. You discover it on your own. Believe me, However, I believe all the answers you need available to you if you look for them.
So I should snoop around? What am I gonna steal? Will I be betraying a trust?
You could do some snooping, I guess, but I advise against it. Rummaging through people's things isn't the only way to learn about someone you know.
It is the most expedient.
And the most likely to upset the person you're investigating when you're caught.
Ah, snooping as usual, I see. Why does he say it like that? How does snooping as usual turn to snooping as usual? Why is the emphasis there? What about my problem?
Nothing new on that front yet. Not a peep from Alfonsio's minions, in fact, which my friends in the VPD say is very odd. VBPD. They were expecting to hear about some kind of citywide effort to track her down by now. However, the usual bout of strong arming civilians, threats, bribes, and general rambunctious behavior. But there's nothing. Quite odd.
It's only been a week. Maybe they're still mobilizing a search. But again, given Alfonsi's reputation, it's unlikely that it'd be a quiet affair. There's definitely something strange. Something strange in the neighborhood. And the second thing?
Oh yes, something completely mundane, which I'm sure will be quite refreshing.
Helping Claudia sort out being harassed by an ex-lover isn't enough, I guess. But mundane doesn't sound too bad.
You know how to drive a van, I assume?
Yeah?
Yeah?
One of my favorite vehicles, in fact. Very spacious. Carries a lot of cargo. Could really stretch out when sleeping in one.
We'll have an opportunity for you. Our church assists in quite a few charity activities around the city, and we're currently without a dedicated driver. Everyone is goddamn drunk all the time. Don't ask me how it happens. I just drink the communion wine. So we need someone to drive around out the church's van, deliver supplies for the city. Additionally, the church van provides some of the senior members of the parish transportation to and from Mass. If you want to perform these tasks, you can use the van for certain personal errands the rest of the time. Plus, you'll get a small stipend that will usually cover gas with a little extra.
Sounds very generous of you.
Oh, well, we usually offer the service to the homeless who are trying to get back on the horse, but considering the circumstances, you have a greater need of transportation. The job does come with some provisions, of course.
Such as?
Well, when you're not using it, using the van, it and its keys have to remain here. Don't personalize with anything that we considered crude or in poor taste. Don't take it to these strip joints and have yourself a party in the back, to name a few. Some of our previous drivers struggled with temptation. But don't fret about the past mistakes of others. The stain and smell of their failures have been washed away. And I will make sure that you aren't being sent on any events that delve too close to our Falsies territory.
Oh, comforting. Wynn used to be the escape driver for this clown mask gang in Washington, D.C. But as long as they got the smell out of it, it won't be the worst thing I've ever driven. And a functioning vehicle that smells a little off is better than no vehicle at all.
Alright! I'll do it!
Splendid! I think Minnie put the keys around us somewhere. Not as I hear. Ah, there they are. Shall we go have a look then?
Yes. God damn it! Every time! I just want to take a bite. Oh, there they are. How was your talk?
Oh, quite productive, I'd say. Mrs. Doe has agreed to be our new driver.
Oh, thank goodness!
Oh, Wynn, that's wonderful news. They both seem, wait, wow. They both seem pretty excited about it. It's not that big of a deal, is it?
Oh, we've been looking for a driver for that old van for a while. Ever since the difficulties there with the last one. I didn't even know you could fit 8 people in there and have sex. I thought only 6 would do. Not that I was part of any of it, I was just doing the measurements. But you have no idea how much this is going to help us all out. Oh, I could just give you a big ol' hug.
Oh, goddamn, of course she says big ol' hug. We're made for each other. Now hook her up with that axe beak and don't cleave my head in twain. That's the next thing you hear is me going, ow! Because my head isn't there. In fact, cleaving in twain. What a fool I was. What the fuck? Yeah, crunch. That's not. Crunch indeed. My bones let out a small series of pops and cracks as the tall Ceratops woman hoists me into a tight hug. Oh, Minnie, gently. He's still recovering. Look at his eye. Look at his eyes.
Alright. Sorry about that. I forget the humans are a little, squishier than saurians.
Are you okay, Wynn? Yeah. In a bit of pain, but nothing's broken. Who needs a chiropractors are frauds. I don't care what a fucking chiropractor told you, they are not doctors. They are frauds. The guy who invented chiropractic got it from a fucking dream. Or something worse. The guy was fucking crazy. Jesus. I'm in a bit of pain. Nothing's broken. Probably.
Oh, I swear, Minnie. Well, Wynn, if you're done talking to Father Santa, Malcolm and I are about ready to head out.
I was about to get Wynn acquainted with the van, but I suppose he could wait until later until he felt.
Oh, it's fine.
I wanna go to the voice. No, it's fine.
Are you sure? It's quite a walk back home, and I'm going to drop Malcolm over at
Tiffany's.
and get back ready for work.
Jesus Christ, you work on a Sunday? I mean, she was talking about a shift.
I want to be there when you get back.
I'll be fine. I'll stay with Malcolm and Tiffany until you return. I'm just gonna be a creepy adult in the corner of the room.
Huh. All right. But I'll leave you the spare key on the inside of the porch light if you get back there before I'm there. I'm going to go back around dinner time tonight, so I'll leave you an easy recipe you can make for Malcolm and yourself. Just so you two don't eat all the cereal again.
Man, she has such a fucking mom voice. That's some good writing. I still don't understand why that doesn't count as dinner. Okay.
We'll see you later. See you tonight, Wynn. Have a safe walk home.
See you later.
Well, I'll get you that even calendar by the end of the week, Father.
Very good. Wait, you run along. Sounds like you've got a full day ahead of you.
Oh, goodbye and have a blessed rest of the day. It's the Lord's Day. It's Lorda Day.
Sounds like laundry day.
All right, now on to the van.
Jesus!
Here we are. Why don't you give it a once-off and see what you think?
Someone had sex in this fucking thing? He gets the churchmobile and a payday too? Get out of here. I love the... Someone had sex in the back of this.
You can look inside, man. You are not... Like, everyone can see and smell.
And they got them good noises, those Saurians. The van appears to be in good condition.